Every now and then a piece of wood walks into your life that makes you go, what am I going to do with this?
Tim's American Beauty was made by Robust Tools, America's premier lathe manufacturer. Quality hardened tool rests and live centers too. Robust. Built to turn wood. Enjoyed for a lifetime.
Easy Wood Tools, best in class carbide wood turning tools. Today on Wood Turning, we're going to be working with Manzanita Root Burl. But first I want to thank our sponsors, Robust Lathes and Easy Wood Tools, because without their support, we couldn't do these videos, and that would be sad. And on that note, we're not using any other products today because of this thing here. This is a Manzanita Root Burl, which is like a shrub that grows in the desert. You can actually see the roots here. This is from underground, and it makes great burls and stuff. I don't know if Brian can even see it. There's a rock in here. So this thing is so sculpturally beautiful right now on its own that I can't figure out how to put it on the lathe and turn it without damaging this stuff, which is the beauty shot of the whole thing to me. It almost looks like a heart, doesn't it? So let's go over there. I'm going to show you some examples of turned Manzanita roots so you can see what's possible. These two pieces are some of my favorites that I've done. It's just got incredible grain, and it's got this really dark, deep red inside of it when you cut into it. Sometimes it's almost the color of blood. It's amazing. And so what I want to do today is expose what's in here without destroying this. So actually, we're going to have to go to a belt sander to start this project. Since we're doing a lot of sanding, sculpting today, we do need a lot of breathing protection, so we're really going to crank up the air filter in here. I'm going to wear a mask, and I'm going to wear goggles, and somewhere around here I have a pair of safety gloves. We are going to be using 36 grit today. That should take some of this wood off. Let's get started. Okay, so we're getting into the shaping process. Again, this is the most beautiful piece. We don't want to touch that. But I do want to start exposing this burl here, so I have to be careful about not taking off too much burl, because then it won't look like a burl. So what we're going to do, Brian and I talked about it, we're going to keep rotating around here, leave this indentation there, and try to sand down into here. That way we'll have more exposed burl, because the whole idea is we're going to buff and polish this when we're done. It's going to be spectacular. So I've shaped this as much as I can, and thank you for staying with me and watching, because this is one of our simpler projects, Sanding 101, but hey, I paid for this piece of wood, so we're going to make something out of it. Plus, honestly, the wood sometimes tells you what you have to do with it. I hope I'm listening correctly. So this is going to be our next weapon here. We're going to be using a Metabow grinder to bring this down. We're using 80 grit now instead of 36 grit. So we've sanded to 80 grit and it's looking weird, but hey, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna move to a disc sander now. It's only 2 inches wide. We're gonna start at 120, go through all these grits all the way up to 1000 so we can expose and show off the beauty of this Manzanita Root Burl. Okay, woo! That's 1000 grit. You can now see, oh, look at that burl. This is just incredible. Okay, now on to the finish. Took my mask off. I'm tired of wearing one for a while, but if you're gonna do this indoors, wear a mask. This is Semi-Gloss by Watco. We'll see how this works out. I want a bit of a pop to this. So here we go. 1000 grit. Oh, you can start to see now. Look at the colors coming out there. That's great. I don't want to go too thick. I'm going to do several coats here on this. So over the next few days, I'm going to spray some more coats of lacquer on here. Cut it back with some Scotch-Brite. Then once it's cured and dried, I'm going to take it to a buffing wheel and buff it to a high gloss shine. So that is how you make a Manzanita root ball sculpture. Turned out kind of neat, I think, even though we didn't use a lathe. So until the next time on wood turning, keep turning.
Tim's American Beauty was made by Robust Tools, America's premier lathe manufacturer. Quality hardened tool rests and live centers too. Robust. Built to turn wood. Enjoyed for a lifetime.
Easy Wood Tools, best in class carbide wood turning tools.